Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For the month of February setup, I decided to travel more to the Asian countries and I really got inspired by the Asian New Year. The cover page I decided to cover with the red colored paper and make a little bit of an unusual setup for it. I picked up a big set of different colored paper from IKEA, and it really inspired me to make a little bit of a pop-up in the journal. I never tried anything. Usually I would use my markers or my paints, but this time I wanted something a little bit different, and even though it will probably make my journal incredibly huge by the end of the year if I will continue doing that, but I feel like it turned out very cool. The dragon itself looks a little bit weird and wonky, but I feel like that is some kind of a charm for it, and using all this different tiny detailing of colored paper was incredibly satisfying, especially in the end when it all was put together, glued into the journal, and it looks cool. Not gonna lie, it looks really cool. For all the tiny detailing, I decided to paint a little bit with my markers on top of the paper, and I feel like the changes in the color of the marker because of the colored paper really added a little bit of uniqueness to the whole dragon, because even though I use, for example, yellow, it's not going to be exactly the kind of yellow I expect it to be, so it was a little bit of a challenge to try to see which colors would work really well for this specific occasion. And of course I could not skip any gold this month. My golden marker was really helpful, and I used it for a lot of outlining and a lot of detailing both on the dragon and throughout the whole setup. The tail I wanted to make a little bit more unusual and then make this kind of tassel with the green paper, and after I turned it around the tail of the dragon, it kind of became a little bit fluffier, and it is so adorable and cute in the journal. All these scales were made with the marker because initially I was going to make them all separate and just glue on top of the body, but after I tried and struggled a lot with all the teeth and a little bit of a mane, I decided that drawing would be a little bit nicer here. And I feel like it looks incredibly cute put together. Moving on to the second spread of this month is of course the calendar. For the calendar and in general for the colored accents, I decided to go with 2 different yellows and 2 different reds just to symbolize the brightness and color. All the different boxes are just the same repetition of colors. It was incredibly tedious to draw all of them, but I feel like in the end they all look very nice put together. For the color under the numbers, again the gold marker and a little bit of the brush pen action for the names of the days of the week. And for the decoration for this spread, I didn't feel like drawing a dragon again because there isn't really that much space left after the calendar, but these swirls of kind of like serpent body around the page, and it was incredibly easy to draw as well. And for the last spread of this very short, very quick and easy setup is the habit and mood and sleep trackers in the same kind of style like I did for January. For the habit tracker page, I decided to actually draw a proper big dragon, but again, I wanted to keep a little bit more simplistic style and look. So I just did this red kind of background for the dragon, and the dragon itself is not colored but just made with the ink, and it looks really cool in the end. All the inking for the dragon was probably the most difficult part, this whole page, but I feel like it added a little bit more character. It's not overly bright, it doesn't attract too much attention because of the color, but instead because of the simplicity, and it looks so cool. For the headlines for this spread, I just decided to use this little Asian kind of style looking font. I found a few online and I just made something in the same kind of style myself, and I feel like it really ties together the theme. And again, it was not very difficult to make. At first I wanted to cover it again with the gold marker, but then I felt like making it in black ink would be a little bit more coherent and would tie a little bit more together all the headings in these spreads. Both the setup for the habit tracker and for mood and sleep trackers are exactly the same like I did for the month of January. I tried it out for almost a month now, and it worked really well. I really like how easy it is to make and how easy it is to follow and actually fill in all the trackers. And just like that, this month's setup is fully done. I feel like this month was very easy and very quick to complete. It probably took me only about a couple of hours, and the most time taken part was to cut out all the tiny pieces for the cover page dragon. Thank you so very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what other themes you think I should explore during this year of traveling around different timelines and cultures, and I see you very soon in my next video. Bye!